Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are here with a very special supercar. What am I talking about? This is that updated 2026 Maserati MC Pura. This particular one is a Cielo, which means that it allows you to have that open air experience. But before we get into this supercar, let's talk about what's going on here. Like I said before, when we get a special car, especially something like this Maserati, I want to go a little deeper. And I know a lot of people have questions about what is it really like to live with and know how to operate a vehicle like this. Is it super complicated? Is it super hard on your body? And is it annoying to pull into something like a parking spot or down a tight city street? So why don't we go ahead, why don't you jump in with me and let's do a little bit of POV and find out what it's like to live with this 2026 MC Pura. All right, guys, here we are behind the wheel. Love the way it shows the silhouette when you enter of this MC Pura Cielo. And just a really unique supercar. And I definitely felt like we had to go more in depth. So once you get in and you're buckled in to fire it up, obviously step on the brake and you're going to hit this blue, that Maserati blue start stop button right on the steering wheel. And there we go. The V6 twin turbocharged engine fires up. Every time you fire up the vehicle, it's always going to start in GT mode. So I know some people like that. Some people don't like that. It really is up to, you know, what you think is right when you start it up. I think it should be in the last mode that you finished with, personally. But that's just me. Now, on the steering wheel, we'll start with that because it is updated for 2026. You have full wrapped Alcantara. This one does have the optional carbon fiber package, so carbon fiber across the midsection and on the bottom. And then everything is flat black on the controls, which is great. Every Maserati MC20 does get that front axle lift. So you're just going to press it, and it's going to tell you that your lifter is activated and rising the vehicle, bringing up the front end of the vehicle. And then to bring it back down, obviously, just do that. Or you could start driving and it will lower itself as well if you want to do it that way. Now, on the door panels, there's not much when it comes to buttons. The only button you have is way down on the front portion of the armrest by the door handle is a button, a round button to pop the door so that you could push the door upward. And then the only other thing we have on the steering wheel besides our like volume controls and our cruise control is launch control, which is really nice. Now the steering wheel is a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. Probably should be full electric on a car at this price point. Remember, this is a $303,000 MC Pura. And then the rest of the controls is going to be obviously your windshield wiper stock on the left, on the right, your turn signal stock on the left. And then it's hard to see, but you do have carbon fiber. Here, I'll turn the wheel a little bit. These carbon fiber paddles. Now, what's interesting is that they're bolted to the steering column. Now, some people like that, some people don't. I know I could tell you from my racing background that as a race car driver, you want them bolted to the actual steering column because no matter where you are in the wheel's rotation, the paddles are always going to be in the same spot. So that's just one reason why they do that. And to be honest with you, it gives it a more interesting vibe in here than having them on the steering wheel. Now to the left is going to be all your headlight controls and also the electric controls for your side mirrors, for your power side mirrors. And then what you are greeted by is a 10.25 inch digital gauge cluster. plenty big enough. I think my favorite part is that it has this beautiful carbon fiber hood, and the way that it's sunk into the top portion of the dash, just perfect alignment for when you're behind the wheel. Down below on your left is going to be for the e-brake. And then other than that, that is what you are seeing in front of the driver. Now, on the center console area, you have your floating 10.25-inch infotainment system. So everything is all within the screen, obviously. It's a little slow from time to time, but it does have a plethora of information, from your auxiliary gauges to your temperatures, torque management, your navigation, your AC controls. This vehicle only has heated seats, no ventilated seats. And then the one big zonk I have is to put the top down, you actually have to go in the screen. So this side is putting the top down. This side of controls is to just put the rear glass that's directly behind you in the down position. And then you have this beautiful digital rear view mirror. So nice to have all of that laid out very, very cleanly, all within the screen. Now, working our way down, you have wireless charging. Love the carbon fiber surrounding the controls for that 8-speed dual clutch, drive and manual, and then reverse. To put it in neutral, you actually pull back on the paddles. So that's how you get it into neutral. And then by rotating the knob and looking on the dash, you'll see that it actually changes. So we're in sport, you got to hold it. That puts you in full Corsa race mode, and there's even a wet mode. So there you go. It's nice to have totally different instrumentation depending on what mode you're in. And then inward on the center console behind that carbon fiber is going to be your side window controls, your door locks, and then you also do get a rotary dial control knob. If you don't want to touch the screen, you can kind of bend your hand a little back to get to that. But other than that, that is the full layout in here. Not very complicated whatsoever once you get the hang of it. You would think that this would be super complicated. It's not once you get the hang of it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in Corsa mode. You hit reverse, you have your backup camera, your 360. You can make adjustments to what camera you want to use, which is nice. And then we're gonna go ahead and back out of the spot. Even though you're sitting very, very, very low to the ground, visibility is pretty good in here, especially with the cameras. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up, let's go ahead and get out of this. I'm gonna bring up the gauges. I like having my gauges to let me know what's going on with the vehicle. Water temp, trans temp, voltmeter. And the 8-speed dual clutch actually shifts very, very well, whether it's going up the gears or down the gears. And each of the modes is also very, very unique to each single one. So you actually get a difference in driving compared from Corsa mode to sport, and from sport to GT, so on and so forth. Now with the engine right behind you, they do have pumped in through a sound tube. You're gonna get that extra turbo sound and all that goodness coming from that 3-liter V6 twin turbo, 621 horsepower, if you could believe that. But going down the road, even in Corsa mode, it's a very comfortable seat. The seats have been updated for 2026. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. We're gonna just twist and go right into sport mode. That's gonna make adjustments. And the adjustments that are made is you get, you know, lower steering sensitivity, throttle sensitivity. Those things are gonna change as you go through your different modes. But the steering feel in here is really great. It's very direct. I mean, this car changes direction so very, very well. And like I said, even with that slanted window, you're getting really good visibility in here, which is nice. It makes it for an easier driving supercar. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into Corsa. You gotta actually hold it to the right to get it to change, and then I'm gonna hit the drive button again so that we could use the paddles. Are you ready? On throttle, here we go. So the shifts are very, very purposeful, very fast, and in Corsa mode is where you're gonna feel everything. I mean, you can feel the change in how each gear fires off, and it's really an amazing sensation. And that's one of the things that I love about this vehicle, is the sensations that it gives you are just unbelievable. And like I said, whether you're going up the gears or down the gears, you're getting a great, great feel and feedback on those massive rotors. On throttle. Very balanced. Very smooth. And it really makes its power. What I like about driving this vehicle, even as a daily style driver, supercar, is it builds power between 3,000 RPM and 5,500 RPM, which is actually perfect. It's a good sweet spot for that peak torque. But the fact that it has a minimalistic interior, I do prefer. Some of these things, I would like some switch gear somewhere, maybe hidden, like the top would be nice, to put the top down. I'll go ahead and put it back into sport mode, and right away you notice from the shifts, they're not as aggressive. We'll go on throttle here. On throttle! But this car will get up to speed with no problems, that's for sure. And the brakes work really well. This one doesn't have carbon ceramic brake rotors, but the steel rotors work very, very well. You'll be impressed. You can get carbon ceramic brake rotors if you choose to do so. It's up to you. And then, like I said, to go back into Corsa mode, real simple. Love the large gear indicator, very easy to see. But it really is a special car. It's such a special car. And I know a lot of people don't give it the credit it deserves, and it sort of breaks my heart a little bit, because it is a great driving, great looking supercar. And you could drive this on a regular basis, no problem. I mean, it's that simple. Digital rearview mirror is a heaven send. And then when it's time to park, it's actually very easy to do. I'm going to show you how easy it is. You can see how, like, the steering is so good in this car. And then if you are ready to park, what's nice is you get a great sensor up front to let you know how close you are to the curb in front of you, which is really nice. So right there is where you would park. But I hope that this has been a nice deeper dive into what this MC Pura is all about, we're gonna get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a supercar second. All right, guys, always a good day when we can get behind the wheel of something like this. But let me know what you think. Did you learn anything by seeing what it's like to live with this MC Pura? Are you happy with how easy or complicated you thought it was to operate, especially going into that screen to do some of the operations like I showed you? Let me know in the comment section how you feel. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, then you're being part of the Raise family. Gotta give it up to Latte Lori. She's working the magic. She's bringing the lattes, and she's bringing her hard work. So thank you, Lori, for all that you're doing. Just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.